There is a girl who lives down your street. Her name is Millicent The Magnificent. This girl, Miss Millicent, is an awful lot like somebody or other's much younger sister, except for the fact she's wilier and frisket. Her favorite food is jam on a biscuit. Millicent, who sometimes goes by Millie, has flurious hair in a faint shade of red. And oh, she has these, how to describe them? Well, I'll do my best. These quizzical, quixotic, exotic featurettes that never cease to be amazed. And what strange eyes of pea-pod green she has always darting to where the action is. And one last thing, strangely enough. She's a stick-figure girl, growing up right quick, in a stick-figure family, in a house made of sticks. Millicent has a happy puppy named Spritzer, and a best friend named Poppy Jalopy, who lives 2 doors down in a haunted house made of brilliant whitewash brick. She also had a kitty named Cuddle-Me-Coo, a name that's ever so apropos, a name so appropriate for that kitty because of her tremendous cuddlesomeness. Also, rather gladly, Miss Millicent has a very dear mother and a very dear father. Her mother is named Lucille, and her father is named Andrew. And all their last names are, well, you guessed it, didn't you? Magnificent. You may have seen them down your street, tending to their garden of Piccadilly twigs and greenery things, or having picnics on checkerboard blankets, or laughing in the woods about seemingly nothing. As far as her next-door neighbors are concerned, on one side, Millie has a neighbor named Molly, Molly the Hog-a-Lot of Polyglot. On the other side, there's a boy named Jolly. His full name, Jolly, the Scallywag of Braggett. Oftentimes, these three get together, along with Poppy and Spritzer and Cuddle-Me-Coo, to play sword and sorcery and dragon games, or to make up new pseudonymous names. Of course, all these gadabout children and animals want to grow up, way up, to be something or other, or even something else. And sometimes they gather in a rickety treehouse to discuss their dreams of being big and busy. Millicent's best friend, Poppy Jalopy, believes she's remarkably gymnastically inclined and is headed for a Pulitzer Prize-winning career as a professional cartwheeler and backbender. Jolly wants to be an astro-juggernaut, swooping amid giant meteor showers and landing on stars the size of beach balls and generally rocketing around. Molly wants to be a short-order cook, flipping pancakes in a fancy hotel restaurant. Then she wants to have her own gourmet cooking show, where she can set fire to dishes of food, where she can daily flambe. Spritzer, that wigglewort, sprightly pup, wants to be a track star, specializing in the hurdle. And Cuddle-Me-Coo wants to be a singer in a bluesy cabaret show. And Millie, our sweet Millicent, our little girl of interest today, wants to be a language creator, a persnickety-ickety linguist, and the queen of all butterflies, ladybugs, and striped bumbling bees. For anyone else, Millie's grow-up-to-bees would be very odd occupations indeed. But you may have guessed that Millicent The Magnificent is probably not your ordinary child, for why else would I or anyone write a detailed story about her? To give you a good idea of just how interesting Millicent The Magnificent can be, let me tell you about the most unordinary thing this pixelated stick-figure curly girl does. It is how she says, and always has said, the most magnificent, efficient things, like oogle, oogle, Mephistopheles, while waving her magic wandish hands, and I want a metamorpho-horse, while stomping her stampful feet. If I remember correctly, the longest, most conflaburative word she's ever come up with has been transmorgraphit transplantationically plastitudistically charged. But please, don't ask me about whatever it could or possibly mightish mean, for it's something about the workings of currents and lightning and bolts and electricity. Besides, we are now moving on to our story. Since I've described all the players, so on to our story. Since you're ready for that, on we go. Read on.